representing Big Tobacco today, guys, which is always difficult. So yeah, it's always unfortunate when a company finds out that their product takes lives, and has tobacco taking lives. Yeah, of course, it's obvious. So what I'm here to do today is basically point fingers, talk about what we're doing to recommend what's happened and kind of go forward from there. So I want to talk to you about tobacco prior to 1998. As you guys know, mostly we were known for a lot of political spending, bad research, showing trying to hide research and showing health effects that weren't necessarily true or we're trying to hide them. Advertising to children, and then keeping a bunch of secrets within our company. Now, fast forward after 1998, how many of you are familiar with the Master Settlement Agreement, MSA? I think, okay, one person, right? Yeah, it didn't really get too advertised. Basically, what it was an agreement with all the states that was federally mandated, a settlement for a tobacco company to make reparations to the states for their health costs, because obviously when people are going, they're getting sick, they're going to the hospital, there's a lot going on. What they decided was to have a 40-year-long reparation payment, a yearly payment that the tobacco company had to give. And we're talking billions of dollars here over these 40 years, and I'll get into that. So according to the opensecrets.org, a quarter of the political spending had been cut over the last 10 years in terms of trying to buy out candidates and whatnot. The tobacco company has been doing a lot to improve their image in this light. Also, in terms of paid reparations over the last 20 years, almost 20 years now, they made billions of dollars of reparations to the states. Just this last year, they paid $6.5 billion to 46 different states. So if you do the math on that, it's pretty ridiculous. And that's according to the Inside Council. And then also what this Master Settlement Agreement did was require the tobacco company to fund anti-smoking and anti-child marketing foundations, more notably like Truth.org. You guys know about Truth.org, it's pretty successful. And American Legacy Foundation is another one. And the Master Settlement Agreement can be found on ca.gov, and I'm pretty sure all the states have it up there on their actual websites. At this point, I'm going to switch gears and talk about other companies that are affecting the U.S. in similar ways. First, I want to talk about McDonald's. How many of you have seen Super Size Me or heard about it? Familiar with it? Yeah. Right, yeah. A lot of people like that movie. I'm just going to use a quick quote from that. After 5 days, Spurlock, the director, main character, had gained 9 pounds, experienced depression, lethargy, and headaches after eating McDonald's for 5 days. So one can imagine the types of effects that would have on somebody's health, especially when so many Americans have that normal lifestyle. So in terms of fatalities and deaths due to cancer, tobacco-related, there was it was predicted by the American Cancer Society, 173,200 would come from tobacco-related cancers. It's quite a big number. But I think it falls short to the number of other non-tobacco related cancers, which is 577,190. It's less than a third, or about a third of that. And so I think I don't want to directly correlate because that's not my job, but one can imagine someone eating the type of diet that Spurlock had eaten in the movies, in that movie specifically, how much that contributes to that 577,000 cancer deaths that we're seeing. Also, I want to talk to you guys about pharmaceuticals and pharmaceutical companies. Opioid poisonings have tripled in the last 10 years, and poisoning is now the leading cause of death from injuries in the United States. And this also affects things like medical costs to the states and whatnot. And obviously, when someone gets poisoned, they have to go to a hospital, or they should go to a hospital. A lot of them do, and then they die on a deathbed at that point inside the hospital. Those costs from McDonald's or pharmaceutical companies, I haven't seen any type of reparation made by those companies to give to give the states any types of billions of dollars each year to help fund for that kind of stuff. And that's all from the Center for Disease Control, those findings of poisoning. So basically what I want to leave with you guys here is that it's the duty of companies that realize that their products are killing people. It's their duty to make reparations and to find ways to stop people from partaking in those activities or funding, for example, anti-smoking or other types of foundations. And tobacco obviously has and will for the next 30 plus years with the reparations that have already been put in by law.